So next question, explain the concept of sustainable development and propose a model for agricultural development to sustain the process of development, not only for present generation but also for future generation also. The concept of sustainable development came into practice. This is essentially strive for just use of resources without foreclosing the future options. The World Commission on Environment and Development in 1997 defines sustainable development as a dynamic process designed to meet today's needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It is the development which provides economic, social, and environmental benefits in long term with regard to the need of living and future generation. The future generation, it considers both living and non-living resources base. It considers both living and non-living resource base with regard for conservation. In fact, sustainable development is a process of change in which resource use, economic policies, and technological development and population growth are in harmony and progress. Concept of sustainable development. The concept of sustainable development is very broad, which incorporates in its fold all the ingredients of public welfare. The general principle of sustainable development adoptions by the World Commission on Environment and Development is as follows. Current generations should meet their needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This principle has become widely accepted. Thus, sustainable development is a process of social and economic betterment that satisfies the needs and values of all interest groups without foreclosing future options. To this end, this approach calls for to ensure that the depend on the environment from which we derive our sustenance does not exceed in its carrying capacity for the present as well as future generation. Nevertheless, there has been progressive pressure on the environment and the natural resources, thus alarming consequences of which are becoming evident in increasing proportions. And these consequences in the form of pollution and environmental degradation, etc., are the result of the lopsided emphasis on economic growth without the due care of environment. These consequences make the lives of people unhealthy and to the extent of threatening their survival, thereby making the gains of development in any redundant. Moreover, the most affected by these consequences are the poor ones, who are in considerable proportion in this world. The goals of the development and environmental protection are not contradictory. It is not plausible to argue that all natural resources should be preserved. Development process will inevitably involve some amount of forest area clearing, miring, etc. However, it is suggested that natural capital should be preserved in some aggregate sense, with losses in one area replenished elsewhere. Models proposed for agricultural development. Any model for agricultural development has to be in congruence with principles of sustainable development. A perfect model is one that takes care of environment, soil, population needs and economy all simultaneously. For the first of land use survey has to be carried out about the physical and chemical properties of land. The available climate and other atmospheric phenomena must also be taken care of. So after assessing the soil qualities, the need of population should be looked into. The requirements of food grains, cash crops, plantation must be analyzed properly. Then the proper environmental impact assessment EIA be carried out to ascertain that the ongoing agricultural practices are in harmony with environment or not. After doing all these things, the principles of economy, efficiency, equity, ecology comes into action, which needs equal emphasis on all the above environmental aspects. Then agriculture has to be economically viable, efficient in use of inputs, must promote equality, and must be in harmony with ecology. Then the principles of integration and integrated land management, integrated water management, integrated pest management, integrated fertilizer management must be such that they get the required output without destroying the production power of ecology. For this, the best choice is to revive the traditional sustainable practice and blend them suitable modern practices. However, moreover, there has to be proper mechanization for monitoring, review, and control. A proper data bank and information dissemination mechanism has to be prepared for effective implementation of model. In fact, the success of any model depend upon level of coordination between formulation and implementation. This aspect can't be neglected at all. Thank you.